If someone had told me a year ago that I would be here, sitting in my empty house, surrounded by the echoes of memories I would rather forget, I wouldn't have believed them. I was too caught up in the love I had for Carter, the man I thought I knew. We met in high school, and I was swept off my feet by his charming smile and charismatic personality. He was the star quarterback, and I was the shy girl who lit up his world. We were each other's everything, I thought. As we grew older, I began to notice little things. He'd disappear on me whenever I needed him, emotionally checked out, leaving me feeling like I was going crazy. I would confront him, and he'd just shrug it off, telling me I was being too sensitive. I ignored it, thinking that love conquers all. But there were other signs too. He'd get angry when I touched his phone or laptop, telling me I was being paranoid. He'd delete his text messages and browser history regularly, saying it was just a habit. I brushed it off, thinking he was just a private person. I sacrificed everything for him, turning down a job opportunity in another city so he could pursue his coaching career here in our small southern town. I thought we were building a life together. I thought I could trust him. But then, things started to unravel. His friends began getting divorced, and he'd come home late at night, smelling like cheap perfume and lies. I would find inconsistencies in his stories, and when I questioned him, he'd gaslight me, making me doubt my own sanity. I remember one time, I asked him about a conversation we had the night before, and he told me I must have misremembered. "You're just being paranoid again," he said, his voice dripping with condescension. I felt a knot in my stomach, a sense of unease that I could not shake. But I still loved him. I still wanted to believe that he loved me too. The day I found out the truth, I was standing in our bedroom, staring at him as he took off his watch to get ready for bed. That's when I saw it, a tattoo on his wrist, a matching tattoo with some girl named Riley. My heart stopped. I felt like I had been punched in the gut. I tried to play it cool, but my mind was racing. I started to think back to all the times he'd been working late, or out with friends. I started to notice the little things, like the way he'd always get nervous when I asked him about his day. And then, I saw it. A strand of hair on his collar. A hair that was not mine. That's when I knew I had to investigate. I went to his dresser and opened his drawer. That's when I found the copies of keys to our house. I felt a chill run down my spine. Who was this girl, and what did she have to do with my life? I started to dig deeper, and what I found broke my heart. He'd been stealing my jewelry, selling it to give to other women. For 2 years I had been wearing a blindfold, and he was taking advantage of me. I could not believe it. I felt like I had been living in a dream that had been shattered. I remember talking to his ex-wife, Rachel, a few months ago. She told me that Carter had a pattern of cheating, that he'd done it to her too. I should have listened. My coworker Emily had also noticed the changes in me. I had been distant, preoccupied, and she kept asking me if everything was okay. I lied to her, telling her I was just stressed with work. But I knew the truth now. I knew that Carter was a liar, a cheater, and a thief. As I stood there, holding the keys and the tattoo, I felt a sense of clarity wash over me. I knew what I had to do. I walked out of the house, leaving him and his lies behind. I did not say a word. I just walked away. It was a silent rebellion, a declaration of independence. I was taking back control of my life, my heart, and my future. As I looked back at the house, I felt a sense of peace. I knew it wouldn't be easy, but I was ready to face the consequences. I was ready to fight for my children, for my reputation, and for my sanity. I was done being a victim. I was done being a fool. I was free. And as I walked away from the only life I would ever known, I knew that I would rise from the ashes, stronger, wiser, and more resilient than ever before.